didn't do that a lot of good, did I? I broke it. But, apart from having to bend down a bit further, it still works. Okay, afternoon world, and welcome to Tuesday 23rd of April, and today we've been rolling again. More rolling. I finished off the avenue. That's all done. I'm not going to show you too much of that because my lines aren't as straight as I thought it was going to be. They're okay, but questionable. Looks like I've had about 4 sherries. Started out all right, then we got a bit of a wiggle. Well, there you are. So we've got one field left to do, which we started, but I'm kind of getting low on fuel. So Mrs. P called me up to tell me dinner was on the table. I'll come back and add that. Cauliflower, cheese and crusty buttered bread, which is very nice. So now we're just gonna fuel up and get ready to go again.
Veggie chili.
Veggie chili. Well, I can think of worse things. I'd rather have a meaty chili. Everybody in there is happy. The young stock are going to want cleaning out tomorrow. They're a little bit dirty today, but not too bad. But I think tomorrow might be another mass clean out of the shed. The calves seem to be firming up a bit, so I'm hoping the drug we gave me the other day is doing its job. So we will see. We will see. I've got something to tell you. What was it? I'll think of it in a minute and then I'll tell you. Oh, one thing is, if you go on my Facebook, I've probably put it up by now because this video is a couple of days behind everything else. There's a new appeal put up with Great Western Air Ambulance Charity again. We're going to put a defibrillator in Piddly Squat. It's for public to use. It's for anybody to use. It's not just for us or anything like that. It's basically, it'll be a registered site that anybody in the area can go online and go, oh, there's a defib there, and you know, perhaps we can save someone's life. So there's an appeal going up for that. We're going to raise money to put a defib here. I think the second thing I was going to tell you about was the date for us to let our cattle out, which is going to be Saturday the 11th. We wanted to do it before then, but because our TB test reading is on Friday the 10th, we can't, if we let our cattle out now, or any time between now and say the 7th of May, there's a reasonable chance I won't get them all back in. And when you do your test, they have to test the whole herd. You can't have 1 or 2 missing. You can't have, there's no excuse for, well, we couldn't catch it, you can't come in. If we haven't done the whole herd, it's a null and void test. So they have to all be in. So I can't run the risk of letting them out. So we're letting the cattle out on the 11th of May, and we are going to invite people to come in and watch them being let out, and watch the hooning around and jumping and leaping and mooing and all that sort of stuff. And what we're going to say to folks is, as you come in the gate, we're going to sell you a raffle ticket each for £1. So every member or whoever comes in, £1, and that's your entrance fee to come in. You can come in and watch for £1. Just that money goes to the farm and the defibrillator. You can buy as many tickets as you want, and more the merrier actually. And whoever's number gets pulled out of the hat, and there may be 2 because we've got 2 gates, one that end and one that end. So we might have 2 first prizes. Diddly 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 dee. Winner gets pulled, number gets pulled out of the hat, gets to open the gate. All right. So like I said, there could be 2 gates to open, so there could be 2 winners. You gonna reach from there? Oh yeah, loads of room. Yeah. If you're interested in coming and seeing the cattle being let out and putting a pound in the pot towards defib, let us know. You can either message us or you can put a little thing in the comments section below, just so we've got an idea of numbers, and then we know where we are with maybe parking cars or making teas. Because I think if we have enough people come in, Holly will be in her kitchen and you'll be able to have tea and cake. You know, if we know people want it, she'll make tea and cake. And also, if you're making a trip here to come and see it and you want to take some cakes home, you can then contact Holly. And I think we're going to do, you can order your cakes and then pick up on the day. But what I said to her is, because depending on the weather, is buy them, pay for them and pick them up to take them home. Because otherwise I could see her being left with a bunch of cakes or pies if some people change their mind. Does that make sense? Or pies, you know? So if you want to come and see the cattle being released and you want some pies, there probably won't be any beef, because our beef packs are coming back on the Friday and I don't think she's going to have time to make the pies and the pie filling in that 12 hours. I don't think. Or if she does, if there are pies, they'll be hot. Okay? So maybe. But sausage rolls or any other flavoured pie, you can order to pick up on the day, or if you want some cakes, you can order them, pick up on the day, take them home with you, and then hopefully we'll be doing tea and cake as well. She'll do it from her cabin, so you get to poke your head around the corner and have a look and see what she's done in there. Yeah. You know, something different to do for a Saturday night. What should we do on Saturday 11th? I know, let's go and watch a load of cows hooning around the field. That sounds like fun. There's a few quid worth going in there. We were in the red. But then it has done quite a lot of work on that tank of fuel, so we're not complaining too much. There you go. We're all filled up, ready to go, but I've got to go and look at some tree stumps in Thornbury. I've got to be there in 26 minutes, so we're going to put the tractor keys back in the house, jump in the van, go to Thornbury, look at some trees, probably call into my dad, drink some of his coffee, talk some rubbish, come home, and then we'll make a start again. Okay, you guys are going to want to bail when I get back as well, so I decided to get a bail now. So not that one. We'll have a look at this one first. What are you like on the bottom? Yeah, I thought so. Dust. A couple of weeks ago, I was praying for dust. Well, no, not praying for. I was just praying for it to stop raining. Not really dust, but okay. Let's take the net off, and we'll push that up. I've got out of the skid steer without my knife, so I'll have to unwind it because I can't be asked to get back in there again. On your heads. There you go. Go on, get off. That's it. Here. Don't say I never give you nothing. Right, I've just done a whole piece to camera telling you why I'm doing what I'm doing, and then thought that's it, I've finished now. I turned the camera off, went to turn the Rode mic off, everything else, it was already off. So everything I just recorded the last 10-15 minutes, you had no sound. Brilliant. So we'll do it again. Okay. From the top. Some of you will be wondering, I've done this already once, why I'm rolling after I slit. I've slit the ground, I've opened it all up, why am I rolling it all flat again? I'll take you outside and show you. You can stay there this time, all right? Okay. Okay. So, was it yesterday, day before, we came out with the slitter rake, and this is a wet bit, so this is quite a good example. So the slitter rake tends to turn the ground up a little bit, and when it's wet like this, it will rip the ground. The problem with that is you get these lumps on top of the soil. And even where it's not wet, if I move over here a little bit more, you still get little lumps pulled out of the soil. It's just the nature of the beast, okay? So the ground's opened up, put my finger in there, but the slitters pull out mainly these little bits. This is sort of rake, slitter chunks. Now the problem with this stuff is grass can still grow on that. Cow will come along in a couple of weeks' time and go, grass, munch, 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 and it ends up ingesting some of the soil. Right, cows' guts don't really work very well with soil, with dirt. There are bacteria and bugs in there that will upset them. So we don't want them eating that. And the best way to stop them from eating that is to roll it. So, for example, before rolling, after rolling. Now bear in mind this is a soft bit. All right, all me lumps like this are being pressed back into the ground again. Grass will hopefully now grow through that. Cows won't pick it up, they won't be ingesting soil. They won't get poorly. Okay, reason number 2, excuse me. When we muck spread, we did this last year, so there's not many out here, but on that ground over there and the avenue, we muck spread this year. Because we've got stone yards, we tend to kick stones out of the muck spreader. We pick them up and they get chucked out of the muck spreader and we get stones on the field. I pick up as many as I can, but I'm never going to get every last one. You imagine running out here, having a whale of a time, and all of a sudden standing on a stone. All right, now bear in mind, say you've got just a thin-soled shoe on and you stand on a stone. It's going to blimmin' hurt. Well, it's the same for the cattle. If there's a stone out here that's just the right size to get stuck between their hooves, their claws, and get a stone jammed in them when they're running, they'll go lame pretty quick. So if we roll, we're not only pressing the clods of earth back down into the ground, we're also pushing the stones in. I don't think I'm going to find one out here because I picked them all up over the last year or so. Which means the cattle can run around to their heart's content, not going to tread on a stone, not going to hurt their feet. Third reason for that is with the stones is if I come out here and I want to top this, or should I decide to let this grow and cut a crop of grass off of it, I don't want stones out here getting involved with my grass cutting machinery. Stones and blades, they don't really get on very well. So again, you press the stones down into the ground, out the way, safe and sound, can't hurt any machinery, can't hurt any cattle, job done. Now, some of you are saying, well, you slit, so why, now you've squeezed all the slits up again? Well, yes and no. This area's been rolled, it's flat, the slits are still open. All right, they're squeezed together a bit more, they're not as fat. But there is still air getting right down into the grass roots, 6 inches down, all over. The slitter's job is still being done. So this is just the way you do it. You harrow, you roll. And that was the old day, harrow and roll. Now we slit, harrow and roll. And the combination of those 3 things should encourage our grass to grow. Bruising grass, especially when it's young, encourages tillering. Tillering is, you've got a shoot of grass here, and there is 2 shoots coming out of it. Let's just say there's 2. If I bruise that, grass can react, and all of a sudden I've got 3 shoots coming out of that root. So I'm thickening the crop, which we want to do because we want our grass to get away. Bearing in mind this has been fertilised, so it's had humus start on it at 200 kilos per acre, and it's had neutral grass, which is 20% nitrogen at 100 kilograms per acre. There's a granule there. That one is, I think that's humus start because it's a light colour. And the other one is quite dark. I think I'm going to struggle to spot that. So all this has been fertilised. With all these operations we're doing now, with a bit of warm weather, this should go. And I'm hoping it's going to get away and compete with this stuff, and if anything, drown this. This is creeping buttercup. We don't want that. Cattle don't like that. It's bitter, it's chewy, it's stalky. They don't like it. They want the grass. So yeah, this we don't want. That's bad. Okay, I reckon I'd probably explain that better the first time round, but because I had no sound on, I've had to do it again, and it's never the same second time. Never. But there you go, such is. So, before, after. Slit's still there, grain's still getting air into it, which will improve drainage, actually helps the worms. Some people say, oh, you're killing the worms. No, it helps the worms. This field, bit of warm weather, with the fertiliser and everything else we've done, this is the last job now. I can shut the gate, walk away, bit of warm sunshine, away it should go. Right, have you got that? Brilliant. I really hope you have, because I'm not doing it again.